All right, so welcome to NFTs.tips. We are here live and we're going to talk about the generative art projects and how to get started. So, according to some of the people in our audience, they believe that some of the people or the team members that are absolutely necessity are the artist, the developer, and the marketer. There is one person that you left out that is paramount to a successful project. Do you think you guys could figure out what that other role is?
Community management.
Client.
I heard it. I heard it. It was community, the community manager.
The community manager, yeah.
So, what do you think the role of a community manager is?
To develop the space that people can network and establish good headspace together for fast forward movement of the project.
So, let's say you have a.
They deal with the people that are going to actually be your clients, who's going to actually buy and purchase your stuff. These are the people that run your Discord, that take care of, they bridge the gap between marketing and the client, making sure that the people who are interested in your stuff have all the information at their access easily.
So here's one of the things you said: run a Discord. How many people know what Discord is?
Yeah, I do.
How many people in this room do not know what Discord is? Make some noise. All right, so
I've heard of it, but I'm not too caught up on it.
all right, so I'm gonna ask you guys to go to nfts.tips. It's the name of this room, and on the website it says get started. Click that link, fill out the form, get on the mailing list, and then it will send you a link to our Discord. And I want you guys to see what Discord is. I think that you guys need to learn about Discord as soon as possible and understand that there's a lot of learning that's going to be taking place in this space. And Discord was one of those areas that I didn't want to participate in until I realized how important it was. Now that I see that every community is using Discord to connect with their audience, and they have an announcement channel, and they have the ability to reach out and connect and participate in conversations and do a clubhouse like environment where they have a stage, they have streaming and shared screen possibilities. This is where the heartbeat and the blood of the project is the Discord. Now, one of the challenging things from a developer or a community leader is managing and grooming that Discord space, because you got thousands of people who will penetrate your hive and just spam it with these ridiculous projects, and they'll make all these different contests and send DMs to your people behind your back, and then they're going to click a link and potentially get robbed. And you need to be aware and on top of that and have specific designed roles for people in your organization who are going to sit there and babysit Discord.
Well said.
And if,
Absolutely.
Still trying to figure it all out.
don't worry, you're not alone. We're all in it together. And I didn't realize this, but they have a special functionality that you could turn your Discord channel into a community, and it asks you to click a few extra buttons. I just started clicking those buttons over the last couple days and reformatting our Discord to be similar to what people are used to. So one of the first things that I want you guys to do is to go into certain projects. I go to rarity.tools and I go and I start looking at how do other people format their Discord groups. What does that look like? How does that work? So let's just go to, I'm going to show you the website that we usually go to find out new projects. In case you never knew, it's rarity.tools. I'm going to open it up right now on a different screen, and if you'd like to follow along, we're in the airtime. I'm going to stream this live so you guys can see. Let me go to the airtime app real quick and go
Just
to
when
the...
it pops up, Alex, if you haven't used it, look at collab.land or just touch on it.
No, we've
Yeah.
started that as well.
Yeah.
So for those of you who do not know what Collabland is, it is an opportunity for people to connect using tokens and potentially NFTs to access different parts of the channel, right? So that's gonna prevent certain people from accessing the channel and just spamming it. It's giving you the ability to kind of create special opportunities and special dialogue for those people so they can feel like they're a part of something that's exclusive. That's really important. A lot of people want to keep their information kind of protected, and they don't want to just openly share everything right now and do everything. You know what I mean? Like this is.
Hey Alex, how do we see on airtime what you're showing us?
I'm setting it up right now. I'm doing everything all at the
okay.
same time, so I'm just trying to
cool.
do it one at a time. I have to copy links, and I'm gonna paste it in here. Alex, I want to know the core team needed to run a project like French Montana. So, Coffee, if you're still listening, reach out to David Cash. David Cash is one of the project leads, and he can give you all the information you need to get that going. I just started streaming live so you guys can see my screen. I got the music thing. All right, good. We're good to go. So, I go to rarity.tools, and this is going to give you an access to the rest of the world of what's the up and coming project. So there's two ways to go about doing this. I suggest looking at the most successful models first. So I go to all collections, and on here it shows me CryptoPunks, Crypto Toads, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Galactic Ape, Winter Bears, CyberKongs, Peaceful Groupies, Cool Cats, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and Bear Deluxe. Those are the top 10 projects that are hopping right now. So my recommendation to you guys is to jump into these discords, see how they formatted them, and then I would also suggest going to the top platforms like OpenSea, Rarible, all these companies that are servicing and providing core tools or marketplaces, and get into those discords as well. By being in those discords, you're going to have access to information before everybody else, and that's a good place to be. So let's say you want to go to the CryptoPunks thing right here. It's going to show you that there's a Discord right here. You click on this button, it's going to open up a thing. It's going to show you that there is 38,000 people in this Discord. So I'm going to hit refresh so you can see that one more time. I'm gonna hit join Larva Labs, and there's certain things that you have to complete in order for you to enter. Excuse me. And one of the first things I do when I get into a Discord is I hit the little down arrow right here, go to notification settings, and hit nothing. I do not want to hear all day. It gets to be a lot when you have over 100 servers that you're connected to. So this is the Larva Labs one. There's a general tab. You must be a member for at least 10 minutes before sending a message. So we can't even send a message because they want 10 minutes to pass. So while we're waiting that 10 minutes, let's go to the next project. Crypto Toads. So Crypto Toads, we go here, click on their Discord. We're going to enter this. Now, success leaves clues. This has 20,000 members. We're going to click on this, and now we're going to be inside this Discord. Now you see that the collab land has a little bot sometimes that pops up and sends you information saying, welcome to the Discord. You are new to the crypto world. Please be careful and read the ways to keep your wallet and assets safe as scammers are out there targeting new users. So this is pretty cool that they're doing that for the newbies. Let's go back to this Crypto Toads character thing. So on the left hand side, it shows you how many total members. 21,000 members are inside this Discord. Then it says announcements, and then it has roles, another announcements that have been archived, about the artist, the Twitter, and news. So this is the first part of the Discord, and you're going to see that this is pretty common practice, that they want to give you this information right at the top, not make it difficult, so you have access to this one is the paramount one, the announcements page. Then they got a sales bot, so anytime any asset has been sold, it's going to show you what it was sold for and who was the seller and who was the buyer. There's also the ability to have a sell and trade inside the Discord, so the people in the community can work together to make transactions happen. When you're making transactions, just be aware that OpenSea is the escrow that protects both parties. So you're paying OpenSea 2.5% to make the sale. If you choose to try to go behind OpenSea and just do a transfer and you don't have trust, you could potentially get robbed from either your asset or your money, depending on who sent what first. So by going through OpenSea, yeah, it sucks, you're going to lose 2.5%, but that's the trust. If you do not trust the other party, this is a way to protect yourself. So there's an area for shill your project. This is going to give you an opportunity to just put all of your spam in this one thing, so you're not giving them access to spam all the other ones. And there are moderators that are usually located on the right hand side that show you who's in charge and like what's going on. And like when one of these people DM you or publicly tell you to stop doing something, that's probably because they want to give you one warning before they boot you off the server. So it's important to pay attention and be respectful in these discords. The next one is like a tech support one. So over here is tech support. If you have questions or if you need help with anything, they have an area for that. And then they have the voice channel where they show you, similar to like a clubhouse, where you can have communities connect and communicate through audio. So that's this Discord. Let's go back to the Larva Labs. Let's see if I still need to wait 5 more minutes. So we're going to add one more server so I can show you that this is common practice to show you. Let's go to the Board Ape Yacht Club. Now, one of the other things that I just learned how to do, and I recommend learning this sooner than later, is putting folders together and isolating different parts of your channels depending on why you're following that project, so you don't get completely overwhelmed, because you can only have on a free Discord account 100 discords, and then you're going to have to start deleting them, and you're not going to remember which one is which and where you can just delete a project. So just be aware you can isolate them in folders, and that's going to make your life a lot easier. So over here, the Board Ape Yacht Club has 46,000 members and over 10,000 people live right now. We're going to hit yes. I'm going to sign into that right there, and we're going to wait for that to go in. Let's go. I hear a hot mic. I don't know who that is. All right.
I think it's me. I don't know how to turn it off.
All right, I got you. Bam! Now you're muted. All right, so now we're over here. It says top things to do here. So we're going to click on this button. I might have to complete this in order for me to continue. So I'm going to hit complete. And it says you must have a verified phone number. So before I can even go into this, I'm going to have to verify my phone number to even access this. So that I do not have at this time, so I'm not going to waste your time waiting for that. So now you know that they have phone verification to prevent certain people from even accessing it, because they don't want you to just jump into their Discord and create havoc. So these are some of the things to be on the lookout for. We got 4 minutes left for this. One of the other things that I look for when I'm joining Discords is, did they take the time to put this extra little banner or artwork behind the area where when you go to sign in, it gives you the ability to see, like, they put some extra work in. Some people don't even understand what they're doing. They're just going to create a Discord and it's just going to sit there and they're not going to monitor it, and it's just going to become a mess. So there's one other thing that just popped into my head. Let's go to the Toad one. There is, in the announcement channel, this is how you decide how active the actual community is. And it sounds silly, but this is really where I do a lot of my research. These little emojis, so you could see right here, 147, 78, 60, 45, 40, 36, 35, 25. All these people in this community had to hit this little emoji to to either say that they read it or they're excited about the news or the announcement. So when you see that there's like a lot of different emojis and a lot of numbers, that means that this is an active community. Sometimes when you go to these projects, you'll see 3 or 5, and you're just sitting there scratching your head. Does this community really care about this project? There was times when we were following drops, and literally they're like, all right, we got 5 minutes till the drop happens, and nobody was there to hit the emojis. And then I'd sit there and watch the Etherscan and the activities panel, and nobody's buying. So it's not really that hard to realize, hey, these guys really don't know what they're doing. Let's figure that out and see why these people were not doing what they needed to do. So that's my recommendations for Discord. Let me just see if we get back into this one. We got 2 minutes left until we can see this one a little bit more detailed. But I recommend you guys going in and checking out, comparing them to some of the other projects. Let's do that one more. We're going to do one more, but I'm going to do an up and coming project so you can see the difference between the two. Okay, so let's go into yesterday's sales, or should we go to today's sales and see what that looks like? Today's sales, this one starts at noon. Let's see a project that looks like it could potentially be pretty cool. All right, they're all like whatever. All right, let's see this one right here. I'm gonna click on this Discord. Let's see how many users there are. There is 26,000 members. That's pretty good for a project that's about to launch right now. Here's the review the server rules. We click on this, it gives us an information. Usually they have you do a certain task. Sometimes it says react with a emoji to get verified role. So we're gonna hit that button. Now we have this side just opened up for us to communicate with. So now we're inside this. We see the rules. There's 26,900 members, and then it says about us. This is going to give you a rundown of everything that's going on in this project with a list of all of their things. So imagine if you're not a web developer, this is pretty much your menu on a website, and this is giving people access to all the different areas in the website that get you to the different places that you're looking for or identifying inside a project, if that makes sense. Right, so we got the about us, the announcements is next. So this is where all the information is being shared and getting you excited about the information that's being revealed as it's happening. And believe it or not, people want to feel like they're a part of the journey. And if you are able to build your Discord way before you think you're ready, the people are going to see you go through hardship, they're going to see you go through challenges, and they're going to experience that pain with you. And sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it. When they see you experience the challenge and break through it, they're on the sidelines, they're cheering for you, they want to see you win, and they want to believe in you. And when you start showing them that you're able to just jump in and take control over the situation, they're going to have more trust and more belief in you because you're actually doing what you're saying you're going to do, and you're not just a rug pull. So sometimes it's a good idea to just be vulnerable and show people who you really are and what your plans are to be in this space, and just be open with it. Sometimes people are having a hard time with their smart contract, and they put in this area right here, hey guys, we're running into a little bit of a challenge with the IPFS uploading the images, bear with us, we're going to have an hour and a half to 2 hour delay. So then 2 hours come by, people get a little annoyed, they come back 2 hours, and if you still haven't rectified the project, guess what? Those people leave, and most of them don't come back because you said you were going to do something and you didn't do it. So if you're going to run into some problems and you weren't able to solve them, the people get mad and they kind of take their money somewhere else. So that's
Hey Alex, can I ask you a quick question about this?
Sure.
What do you what do you suggest when you're building out the Discord, where like you're telling a story, there's a lot of information, right? And you're building that up, but people come in to your Discord at different points in time. So if you were there at the beginning, okay, you were there at the beginning and you were there as the story's being told. But now let's say someone comes in and it's, X amount of time later. How do you get that person caught that they're going to take the time to go back to the beginning and sort of read through everything. Is there any way, and that can get overwhelming for new people to come into a Discord and sort of catch themselves up? How do you recommend people sort of deal with that issue of catching new Discord members up to speed with everything that's gone on since it started?
So one of the
I've seen,
go ahead.
well, I've seen in good projects, they literally map out areas for the newcomers. It's like the bots, they use the bots to control the flow of information. So, like when Alex went into those rooms, you see one particular room said you need 10 minutes. Okay, after that, I've been on other projects where you have to go through a series of things before you can post. And one of those things would be go through the announcements and actually click a emoji to show and verify that you read something. Now, does that mean a person is going to actually read the whole thing? Come on, we work at jobs that say, send read reports all the time and you still don't read your email. But the fact that they segregate that room for newcomers and for announcements, and some of them have really good development.
So, Natasha, thank you. That's actually
in that room, that helps a lot.
Yes,
it helps a lot. And they do participation contests so people can verify that. Like the other part to Discord that's important is Twitter. Like if you really want your project to be successful, the people who are in your Discord, if they believe in your project, they take that momentum and they transfer it to Twitter. But the only reason why they're doing that is because they're motivated with different incentives to go out there and take that time to copy, repaste, repost, and follow instructions. The more interactive you are with a project that allows people to participate, the more that they're going to naturally look up and want to know more about the project before they can, go through these processes with you.
So Natasha, that was an excellent point. So the splitting up someone who's new versus someone that's there, so you could create sort of I'll call it a cheat sheet for people who are new coming in, so you can catch them up quickly to where the project is to date. And people who are creating a Discord should just keep that in mind, that people will be coming in and out of the Discord at different points in time. So don't assume that everyone has the same knowledge at that particular point in time. That was my only point. But that's
absolutely. Because if I don't, I try not to endorse anybody unless I personally have a connection to the art and I like it. Because for me, if it's ugly, it's ugly. I don't care how much it costs. I'm not here for that. Like if I'm gonna buy something, not only does it need to fit my price range, it also needs to be something that I connect to, so that I can feel good about promoting it. There's a reason. There has to be a why behind it for me. Some people, everyone does what they do for their own reasons, but that's my reason. If I believe in the artwork, I love the artwork, I have a connection to the artwork, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna be with you through that process. What I wanted to say to your point is this: in the flow of onboarding your people, which is a big, big part of it. When someone enters a space, it's just like any place else. You enter a household, you're going to evaluate. When I go inside of a Discord, I start evaluating immediately. It's just like if I go to your house. If your kitchen is bad, bathroom nasty, I'm out. I'm not. I'm not staying here. I don't trust you. So if I go to certain rooms and I see non-moderation of things, like you say in the rules, don't share your project in the main chat, because the main chat is for people to connect and have community space. And then I see a bunch of spam, go buy this, go buy that. That means that's number one. You're not monitoring this room. I'm out. I'm out. That shows that there's no. If you don't care to uphold your own rules, how is anybody else who is new or old gonna, do the same thing? So it's really about, you have to take the time, and it's really not rocket science. Think of it as if this is your own house. Your Discord is your home. This is where the people who spent their hard-earned money came to be a part of this project. So if you keep it a mess, you're gonna make people lose faith in it early. And it doesn't help that we have scammers and we have other projects who compete against each other. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. There's a lot of sabotage that goes on out there. There's a lot of things that will happen, that if you don't have a section somewhere where somebody says, hey, this thing is happening to me, let me see if they're talking about this, think that's a big thing. People have to stop just because it's online and it's virtual. It's no different. There's a person behind each and every one of these phones right now that's listening. You still have to treat people like people.
Yeah, and Natasha, to that point also, and Alex, I'll turn it back over to you. Sorry for hijacking a little bit. The customer service aspect, the support aspect, I think that, and I think this goes to some of what Natasha was saying. You guys got to, people need to invest in that aspect of it, because just like any other, like Natasha said, people spending their hard-earned money here. They spend it. They want to know that there's someone there that's going to answer their questions, that's going to be able to service and support them. And I think that interaction is really critical when you're creating a Discord.
Okay, so I want to share a project that I found by accident. I use tools to figure out certain projects before they become public, and one of these tools allows me to identify how much ETH is being burned compared to OpenSea. So at this moment, it's like 11:30 at night, and I'm looking at this tool just right before I was ready to close up shop, and I see this transaction going through, and let's say OpenSea is burning 1,000 ETH per 24-hour period, and in the last hour, this contract's burning like 3,000 ETH, and I'm sitting here going, yo, what is this? So I go to the link. I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. I'm Googling, I'm going on Twitter, I'm looking at Discords, I'm trying to figure out where this project is going. I click on the smart contract. I finally find something on Twitter. I click on the link. It brings me to this really hokey pokey website with literally a few words of text, a crazy, ridiculous 8-bit image, and it says connect your wallet, mint one for free. And I'm like, well, I just have to pay the gas fees. I'm gonna get this thing for free. I can have up to 5 of them. You know what? I'm just gonna get one. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna jump in here and figure it out. So I get this asset. I wait 3 or 4 days, and then it reveals it's this tiki, like dude or whatever, right? And it turns out to be a ticket for their event. So now I'm like, all right, what is this event about? So I'm going in, I find their Discord, and I have it now live. So if you guys aren't following along, I'm streaming this in the airtime. Um, I needed to do exactly what you did. I'm trying to figure out what this project is by going into the announcement channel and going through and figuring it out. And what I discovered is that he went live on Twitter Spaces. He's making announcements to share when and what is going on. And then I scroll down a little bit more, and I found right here, they did an amazing job sharing a video introducing the project and welcoming people into the community. And I'm not a reader, I hate reading. But to be able to watch a video and hear the passion in somebody's voice and their commitment to this project, and having you build trust in a human being because they're revealing their true identity and their purpose of what this is for, gave me the more confidence in this project and made me want to stick around even more. And I believe it might not be in this channel, but there was a few other times where he made a few announcements and was sharing a visual video. But as I learned more, this project was a project that was developed for the people to connect with all the different generative art projects that have the IP available for the token holders. So if you own a Bored Ape, you can make generative art or derivatives from that asset. What they want to do is to utilize that in this project, activate the little ecosystem. So if you owned a Yeti, if you owned an ape, a pudgy pig, or a pudgy penguin, or whatever they are, each one of those has its own little Discord, its own little community, and he wanted to activate and see who's the strongest in this little NFT community. And he basically built games like if you were going to college and this is like a sorority, each one of those is now competing, and whichever one wins is going to have their artwork on the tickets that they're going to sell. And for every ticket they sell, the person who has their art on that ticket's getting a commission for the rest of their life on the assets that they use and create from. So he's doing some really interesting things to empower the community, to give them the ability to work together and compete, which makes people want to play even more. Gamification They did an amazing job, and I don't have time to be reading all of the things all the time. So sometimes I just come in here and I look at the announcement channels. I look at where are we in the date, and then I say maybe I'll go 2 or 3 back. So the first one is introducing the Tiki DAO. So they basically explain what they're doing and introducing the utility. One of his passions in life was trying to figure out how to create physicals and NFTs to pair them together, and he wants to give access to the people and do that. So I don't know what this is. I'm gonna click this link. I don't even know where this is gonna go because I haven't looked at this in a while. But it's saying claim your utility choice. Do you want to go to the Tiki and maintain a festival ticket utility, or do you want to create governance and ownership and create royalties? So what do you want? Do you want to stay as a Tiki or swap for the DAO? And then it has instructions and how this works. The current wallet assets in this portfolio is a mutant ape, a pudgy penguin, a koala, a cool cat, and a whale from the secret society. So that's what they're using as collateral to get this thing popping. They have 1,000 ETH and down to 10 ETH for the DAOs. I have to read all this stuff later, but I'm just showing you like this is where they're basically migrating the audience from Discord to websites to Twitter to other areas on the internet. This is the heartbeat. This is where all the information lives. If you're not going to take the time to learn Discord, you're going to be so far behind 6 months from now, and you're going to be scratching your head why everybody else seems to know everything about everything, and you're sitting there going, yeah, I'm too lazy to learn Discord, or it's too loud, too much information, too fast. Listen, you're going to have to take the time to jump into these servers and really get your feet wet and your hands dirty, because this is where it's all happening. And they have like little emojis to make it easier for you to like identify which certain things are. They even have one for tweets. So if you want to retweet stuff, they make it super easy for you to like, oh, click this button and then you can retweet it. Like if you can make things easy for your users to participate in your community, you are going to have a higher chance of surviving and creating a sticky community than you think that these people are just going to go to a website because you spoke about it in Clubhouse. I'm telling you, you could tell them all day long, only 2 to 3% are going to take their phone, remove the Clubhouse UI UX, and go into a website and start digging or writing notes. If you can, like, at one point I was sending messages to every single person in this room. I got I got blacklisted. I'm not allowed to send messages more than 3 or 4 people before the app basically says, sorry, you can't do that. But when this app first started, the way that this community grew so fast is every single human being that came into this space, I sent them a message on Instagram or Twitter, depending on which one didn't have me blocked at that moment, and I sent them a welcoming message and gave them a reason to check out the website, which is the name of this room. So if you haven't gone to NFTs.tips and haven't filled out the form and got on the mailing list, that's another way you can win, is by getting access to the information before the rest of the world. So giving people the respect that they deserve as a human being, to welcome them into your community, to reach out to them, to start that chain. I also spent time going through people's profiles and hitting like and sharing certain things that I thought were impressive, and I would ask questions about the human person behind these accounts when they were in these rooms, because I wanted to know who's here. What type of people are interested in NFTs? And this was before NFTs were even a buzzword that people in the regular world even knew.
And calling people at 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m. in the morning to get them to do onboarding walkthroughs. How about that? Tell them about that, Alex.
All right, so Pips, you're one of those people that you said that you were most impressed about what? When you learned about NFTs, you were hopping from clubhouse room to clubhouse room. What was impressive about NFTs tips?
The community.
But there's
The
one.
way everybody was helping everybody out. Everybody was growing in the space together. You know, it was dope, bro. I mean, rooms I started sitting in, I was hearing you, people like Natalie, people like Joseph, people like Kaz. Yeah, and the information that was being given out was accurate for one, because as you already know, I had been in the NFT space a little earlier, from my 444 album days, when listening to Hove talk about NFTs back in 2017. But yeah, man, it was just the community, man, and everybody being willing to share information, grow